Right? What is the only country, though, that vosotros is used? Spain. Okay? So if you were to ask someone to do something in España, the form is very, very easy. It is so easy, it is ridiculous why the rest of us haven't adopted it. Sí, Ty.
¿Dónde en mi paqueta?
130.
Gracias.
You take the verb, for example, hablar, or comer, or vivir, or poner, or salir, and you drop the R. And then all you do is add a D. And that's it.
You said 130.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do
So-
I say okay in Spanish?
Oh, it's not
Está bien.
Wait, ¿cómo se dice okay en español?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if I wanted alls y'alls to talk, I would just say hablad. If I wanted alls y'alls to eat, comed. If I wanted all of you to go live somewhere, vivid. If I wanted all of you to put your homework assignment on the table, poned la tarea en la mesa. If I wanted all of you to leave, I'd say clase, salid. All right? Literally, that's it. You just drop the R and add a D. There is no irregulars. There are no stem changers. There are no weird spelling yo-form changers. That is all it is.
Me gusta tu camioneta.
You like my truck? I don't own a truck.
Camioneta?
Oh, mi camiseta. Gracias.
Camioneta is what?
A truck, a pickup?
You,
Me gusta
también.
Lo siento.
Está bien. Es mi favorito. Dios.
¿Cómo se
Es
dice?
muy divertido.
Sí. ¿Cómo se dice dragon?
No es dragón.
Dragón.
Es serpiente.
Serpiente.
Quetzalcoatl, el dios de Mexico, de los Aztecas, the god of the Aztecs.
Ooh.
If you'd like to hear about the one true serpent, I am here.
Yo aprendiendo de los Aztecs.
Wait, it's
and-
called what? Year of the Serpent?
No, Quetzalcoatl, he's the feathered flying serpent.
Oh.
He's the head of the Aztec pantheon of gods.
That's cool.
This way religious people leave me alone, because I'm like, I already got my
Dragon.
god.
I think a dragon is a cool god.
It's a serpent, not a
Still a
dragon.
cool god though.
Lo siento.
Dragons de China son serpientes.
Sí, posible. Okay, preguntas about the vosotros form of command.
No,
Because this is literally it, like,
it's easy.
okay, then let's move on
You teach it
to,
very well.
gracias. Let's move on then to the verb estar, okay? And we've got a couple exercises for this one. Remember, and this is on the next page, 132 y 133. We did this not yesterday, el martes. Remember that we use the verb estar to express three things. Número uno, location, okay? Where things, people, whatevers are located. The way we typically do it, this is supposed to be a one, so thing uno, okay? A form of the verb estar. One of our prepositional phrases, so those are the phrases on page 132 at the bottom of the chart, okay? And finally, thing two. Sí.
Santos está delante de la clase.
Gracias. Sí. All right. Mr. Santos is in front of the class. All right. Remember that typically we use it to describe the location of one thing in relationship to something else. All right. So Santos está delante de la clase. Ty está cerca de Ashira. Okay. Sierra está lejos de Lily. All right. She's far from.
¿Dónde está Alina?
Alina está en
She
su
texted me
casa.
like a couple minutes before class started and said she was having family issues and was gonna be late, that's all I know.
Oh, she is coming.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Ashira is your girl.
Gracias.
Okay. Sarah Puric está entre todos. She's amongst everyone. She's like literally right in the middle.
Me
Okay,
gusta
um,
tu pelo.
Oh, nosotros, hablando about how tú should dye your pelo
Mhm.
rosa.
Okay.
Yo.
Numero dos. All right. We use the verb estar to describe any physical, mental, and or emotional condition or state of being. All right. So when someone asks you how you are, ¿cómo estás? Okay. You use a form of estar, typically estoy, in the yo form for yourself. And then, of course, any one of the adjectives that are at the top of page 133, or the sheet that I handed out, any of those adjectives, or any other adjective that you may know from previous clase de español. Just remember, ladies, okay? Any adjective that ends in the letter O to change it to A to describe yourselves. Otherwise, Doug, just leave it the way it is, okay? If you're talking about yourself and someone else, all right, ladies, if it's you and other ladies, then you can keep it in the feminine. But if it's you and even if there's only one gentleman present, then you make it into the masculine, okay? So, yo estoy cansado, I am tired. Estoy preocupado, I am worried, okay? Ashira, ¿cómo estás hoy?
Estoy cansada.
Estoy cansada. Muy bien. ¿Y tú, señorita Puric, cómo estás hoy?
Yo estoy contenta.
Contenta. She is happy. She is content. Okay. I guess the only one you don't have to worry about is triste. Doug está triste or Tai está triste. Okay. You can just leave. You don't need to change the ending. Finalmente. We use the verb estar to form the progressive form. Remember the progressive in English, we use a form of the verb to be plus another verb that ends in ing. I am speaking. We are eating. Okay? En español, we use the verb estar. Once again, you conjugate it for whomever. And the Spanish equivalent of the ing is either ando or iendo. If it's an AR verb, you drop the AR and add ando. If it's an ER or an II verb, you drop that and you add iendo. And let me put that slide up because that is typically the harder one to remember. Let me put the slide aquí. Can you see that? Okay, un poquito más. No, maybe? All right, doesn't want to expand. So let's do this. Come on, control, there we go. Okay. Just a couple of things. If it is a stem changer, you do have to make the stem change, although all E's become I's and UE's become U's, all right? If you end up with a situation where you have 3 vowels in a row, then you change that middle I to a 1, all right? So para hoy, I would like you, we're gonna do one of each. If you could turn to page 134. Okay. And we're going to do exercise 424, 424. Okay. ¿Dónde está? Where is it? Okay. using our little formula, okay, donde está the following things? And so if you look at the modelo, if you look at the example, la lámpara, what does lámpara mean?
Lamp.
The lamp. All right, so, oh, damn, this picture's weird. Okay, so we gotta find the lamp. Oh, there it is, on the bottom floor in the living room. And the example gives you, la lámpara está cerca de la ventana. The lamp is next to the window. So, number one, la aspiradora, the vacuum cleaner. So basically, tell us where the vacuum cleaner is. Espera. Take a few mementos, do those 6, and then I will call on you so you can share your sentence of where the thing is.
Can I answer my notes? What?
Oh, thank you. Mirror.
Oh.
So where's the mirror? So, she left. So, Ashira, you can answer número 1. ¿Dónde está la aspiradora?
La aspiradora está encima de la alfombra.
Okay, it's on top of the carpet. Okay. Está detrás de el sillón. It's behind the chair. Would be another one. Está cerca de las escaleras. It's close to the stairs. Okay. Número 2, Doug. ¿Dónde están los libros?
Los libros sobre el piso.
Okay. You need the verb estar, so están sobre el piso. Okay. Are they? Yeah, they are. Okay, so los libros están. You can also say los libros están en el estante. They are on the bookshelf, or sobre la cama. They're like over the bed. I'd be afraid in an earthquake, but there's no earthquakes here. All right, so muy bien. Señorita Purich, ¿dónde está el espejo? Where is the mirror?
El espejo está encima de el lavabo.
Muy bien. Está encima de el lavabo. It's over or above the sink. You could also say está cerca de la. Did we learn ducha? It's close to the shower. Or cerca de la bañera. It's close to the tub. Okay, so muy bien. All right. Lily, ¿dónde está la ropa?
La ropa está dentro del armario.
Muy bien. La ropa está dentro del armario. It is inside of the closet. I am going to assume people also fold their clothes in a dresser. So you could also say, está dentro de la cómoda. All right, it's inside the dresser. All right, muy bien. Número 5. Cortland, ¿dónde está el sofá? Where's the couch?
I wasn't here Tuesday, so.
Okay, está bien, lo siento.
Would it
Uh,
be el sofá al lado de la lavabo?
That's perfect. El sofá está al lado de la lámpara. It is next to the lamp. You can also say está entre las mesitas. It's between the two tables. Okay. Está delante de la alfombra. It's in front of the rug. Okay. Y finalmente, Señorita Michelson.
I did not get that far.
You don't know where the cat is? ¿Dónde está el gato? Maybe Sierra can help you.
Well, it's encima de something.
So el gato
El gato
Está.
Well, está encima de, and I don't know how to say table.
la mesa.
O mesa.
Muy bien. Look at that. Don't tell me you can't, because you just did
Oh,
it.
no, I said I didn't get that far.
Okay. Well, you just did it. So, el gato está encima de la mesa. The cat is on top of the table. All right. Now, expressing emotions. Go to page 135, 135, and we are going to look at 428. 428. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Número 1. Cuando saco una mala nota. First off, what does that one say? Ashira?
You got that grade.
Yeah. So, Ashira, ¿cómo estás cuando sacas la mala nota?
Estoy triste.
Estoy triste. I am sad. Estoy triste. Yo estoy furioso. I get angry. Well, that's why I'm not a student anymore. Soy furioso. Okay. Número 2. Cuando tengo que hablar en español. What does that say, first off?
When I have to speak in Spanish.
When I have to speak in Spanish. All right. Lily, since you translated, ¿Cómo estás? How do you feel cuando tienes que hablar en español?
Cuando tengo que hablar en español, estoy contenta.
Ah, contenta, muy bien. Yo también estoy muy contento. No offense to all y'all, but sometimes I need like lots of español. All right, so mucho español. One of those of you that came to the club day yesterday.
Wait, that was,
It was yesterday.
I thought that was next week.
No, it was yesterday.
No,
Yeah, she signed up. I got to speak to several Spanish-speaking students because we do have quite a few that are on the soccer team. So it was bueno because I could just speak normal Espanol at normal speed with Well, I had to adjust my words because some were from Ecuador, one guy was from Spain.
Espacio,
So,
para.
para. Sí, but not that I don't like it. No, sí me gusta. All right. Número 3. Cuando mi hermano tiene que limpiar el cuarto de baño. Shira?
When my brother has to clean the bathroom.
Muy bien. So not how do you feel, but how does he feel? Okay. Él está. You don't have a brother. So, Doug, do you have a brother?
I do.
Okay, so cuando tu hermano tiene que limpiar el baño, él, him, ¿cómo está?
As do I say él está triste?
Triste. Sí. Okay. Yes, that is an acceptable. I don't know. I could go with furioso or enojado or aburrido. He gets bored cleaning the bathroom. No. So sí, muy bien. Triste. He's sad. Okay. No one likes to clean el baño. Cuando estoy con mis amigos. What is that one? And see, Shira?
When I'm with my friends.
When I'm with my friends. Okay, so Señorita Purich, you and the girls, you're at that Nostro place, drinking all kinds of weird coffees. You're hanging out, it's Friday night.
I love coffee.
Yo estoy emocionada.
Estoy emocionada. Muy bien, yes. You are excited. She's like, finally a weekend off. Don't have to sit in that stupid home decor store. I can hang out with my gals. All right, muy bien. Just to remember, go visit her while shopping. All right. I need to stop by one day.
Home Goods.
Home Goods in the mall.
I went to Home Goods the other day. Really see them.
Anyways, número 5. Cuando mi compañero pierde un documento en la computadora. In this case, compañero could either be classmate or roommate or even like boyfriend, girlfriend, but it doesn't give us the context. So we're gonna go with classmate. So when your classmate does what?
When you're loses a document or deletes it.
Yeah, so like something gets deleted or you know they didn't save often enough. So ¿cómo está? What does he or she feel like? ¿Sí,
Ella está muy enojada.
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 Muy bien. Remember, yes, we need our gender. So está enojada. She is angry. Está furiosa. She is furious. Está triste. She is sad. Or even está preocupada. She suddenly gets worried because it's due in about 30 minutes. So sí. Okay. Muy bien. Oh, here's one word. We just took the English. Estresado or estresada. What do you think it means?
Stressed.
Stressed, yeah. We just added an E, estrés, and then estresado or estresada for girls.
So,
I like to joke around that, yeah, we didn't know stress until we encountered English speakers. We just took the English word for it. And so now that's the Spanish word for stress. Okay? Finalmente, oh my gosh, I may have to do this for you guys one of these days. Cuando los estudiantes no tienen clase. First off, what is that saying?
when students don't have class.
When students don't have class, how do you feel? ¿Cómo te sientes? I'm going to ask mi amiga, Señorita Michelson. ¿Cómo estás when there's no class?
¿Cómo estás?
You would just say estoy.
Oh, estoy aburrida.
You are a good student. I'm bored when there's no class. There's nothing to do. Muy bien. ¿Y tú, Chai, cómo estás cuando no hay clase?
¿Cómo se dice?
It's probably right there.
¿Cómo se dice relieved?
Relevada.
Estoy
Relevada.
relevada.
Muy bien. Okay. Y we'll ask our gentleman here. Doug, ¿cómo estás cuando no hay clase?
Yo estoy contento.
Contento. That's one. Yo estoy contento when I cancel class. Jeez. So, muy bien. Okay. So,
You left the door open.
last thing with a star. Remember, we also use it for el progresivo. So for that, and actually on your examen that's coming up, this is how I actually do this part.
Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
I give you some phrases in English. These are in the progressive in English. I just ask you to translate them into Espanol. Just a bit of advice. It is easier to take them one at a time. So for example, the first part, the I am, you are, he is, we are, they are, alls, y'alls are. That's just going to be estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. So what is I am, for example?
Yo estoy.
Estoy. Yeah, and you can put yo estoy or estoy. What is we are?
Estamos.
Estamos. Okay? And once again, you can put they, nosotros estamos or just estamos. What is they are? Están, muy bien, or since I don't specify, ellos están, ellas están, okay? And then focus on the progressive part, the the participle, the ing part. Remember, you just take the AR, drop it, and add ando, or the ER-IR and add IENDO. So, Ty?
¿Cómo se dice drink?
Tomar or beber. There's two
Okay,
verbs.
so beber does work. Okay. Thank you.
So what would eating be?
Comiendo.
Comiendo. All right. So boom,
Comiendo.
you have eating. What is speaking?
Can we put comiendo?
No. Verbs don't express gender.
Okay.
What is what did I just say? Speaking.
Hablando.
Hablando. Gracias. Does anyone know what dancing is?
Bailando.
Bailando. And she just asked for drinking. Tomar means to drink. Beber also means to drink. So, tomando or bebiendo also works. Okay? Take a few momentos. All right? Remember, I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, alls, y'alls are, they are. It's always easier to do that part first because it's just estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. And then A-N-D-O, I-E-N-D-O, N-D-O. And Bashira, what's his name? And so on. If you forgot a particular verb, just shout it out. Don't be embarrassed. Somebody else probably did too, but no one wants to say it.
¿Cómo se dice learning? Learn.
Aprender.
Okay.
So it's an ER verb.
¿Cómo se dice open?
Is it up there? Yeah.
Oh.
Abrir.
Gracias. Lo siento.
Está bien. Sometimes I can't see things either. Necesito anteojos nuevos.
Why is it just a U instead of a UE for going out?
Because that's the rule.
is there a rule that, so when it's present progressive, it's just,
Typically when it's the secondary verb, like in this case.
it's just you, not you,
Mhm.
and the same thing with IE and I.
See,
I'm not gonna remember that.
¿Cómo se dice tener en progressive?
teniendo.
Teniendo, that's.
You just drop the ER.
Okay.
Are you doing number 10?
Yes.
Well, remember to have lunch is actually almorzar.
That's right.
Alina's
And
giving
that's
you an
the
evil
stem
grin
change as
from
well.
behind.
Almorzando.
Only applies to IR verbs.
Oh, okay. So almorzando.
But see, Ashira, like, this is only for IR verbs though, so you don't have to worry about most of them. Just dormir and pedir and salir. No.
But also
And for-
preferiendo, it's not IE anymore, it's just an I. So it's,
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's an IR verb.
¿Cómo se dice nap?
Siesta.
Okay.
And remember, we sleep naps, we don't take them.
I said swing.
Can I put tomando?
I mean, I would know what you mean, but
So I just have to put
durmiendo,
durmiendo. Okay.
la siesta. And if it helps you to remember, a nap is a sleeping fiesta. It's a siesta.
Is that CIESTA?
S-I-E.
Okay.
S-T-A. That's why I said sleep, because it's an S. And then a fiesta. Siesta.
The next one is literally she is sleeping.
I know. I still need to fix that. I've been saying that for 10 years.
I was gonna say, doesn't layer have a Y in it?
¿Cómo se dice cruz? I always get it.
Cerrar. C-E-R-R-A-R. Sorry, I got a copy with Pop-Tart in my mouth.
¿Cómo se dice watch?
Mirror.
Huh?
Mirror.
Is it this or is it this?
Eyes.
Mirar.
¿Cómo se dice order? Pedir.
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 It's to order or to ask for something. Pedir.
It's fine. I'm to eat some almonds. I have mac and cheese.
These are being healthy. I'm snacking on a raw Pop-Tart at the moment.
I mean, if there had been a Pop-Tart, that's what I would have taken. These are my dead almonds. If I wake up in the middle of the night and then my blanket's somewhere, so I can just have an almond or two.
I mean, I ate a cheeseburger and mac and cheese driving today.
You're freaking lucky. My friend during my first class, she went and she got us dungeon. Cause her class is like canceled for like half of last week and half of this week because her teacher got COVID. So
Who's our teacher?
I don't know. My teacher had COVID too. Mr. Nodi had it.
I knew he had it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're not supposed to tell us, but
Oh, he told us.
we find it. Well, no, I mean, like,
Yeah.
the staff,
Oh.
like, they can tell us X amount of people have COVID, like, you know, 10 people tested positive,
Yeah.
but they're not supposed to tell us who it is for whatever privacy. But I mean, we find out usually.
I mean,
through-
I feel like when they stop showing up for 10 days,
Yeah.
that's usually, yeah.
Well, Nodi's wife is one of the main secretaries in the VP's office, and so it gets out. Kind of thing.
Is it disruptive if I eat a rice cake?
Not for me. Other than the fact that you're eating a rice cake. Ew.
But it's delicious. Just go on got almonds, what can you say about it? You missed the part of it. Emotion. You still missed it. Emotional. Emotional. There you go. Process.
Gracias.
Ay, señoritas.
Don't you just love us?
I do. Okay, señoritas y Doug. We'll only do a couple of these just for the sake of time. Número 5, we are studying Spanish, Thai, en español.
Estamos estudiando español.
Estamos estudiando español. Muy bien. We are, estamos, and then estudiar is an AR verb. So you drop the AR, you add ANDO. Okay? Are you listening to music, Alina, en español?
I
Okay, está bien. I guess Ty wants to help you again.
¿Estás escuchando la música?
Muy bien. Now, I wasn't specific as to whether formal or informal. So if you put está escuchando la música, or even estáis, like the vosotros form, that's fine.
I said música because I was thinking like to music.
In
You just
this-
say the.
Yeah, it's
Are
just
you-
la música.
Are you listening to music?
Okay. I forgot. I am writing. You have that, Alina?
Mhm.
Okay, por favor.
Estoy escribiendo.
Muy bien. Estoy escribiendo. I am writing. They are learning. Doug?
Ellos están, what's learning?
Aprender.
Aprendiendo.
Muy bien. Aprendiendo. Excelente. Okay. Now, I didn't specify male or female, so ellos or ellas, either one works. Okay. Oh, you get a hard one, Shira. He is opening the door.
Está abriendo la puerta.
Muy bien. I'm sorry. Did you swallow that down the wrong tube? No? Okay.
No.
Está abriendo la puerta. Okay. Number 10, we are having lunch, Lily.
Estamos almorzando.
Estamos almorzando. Remember the verb, it's not up there. To have lunch is almorzar, okay? So, good job, excelente. I am doing my homework. Señorita Purich.
I didn't do it.
No? Okay. Did you do 12?
I did 13.
Okay, está bien.
Ella durmiendo.
Ella
Oh,
está It's español, not English. Ella está durmiendo. Okay. Ashira?
I'm like 97% sure I did 11 right.
Okay, let's find out.
Estoy haciendo la tarea.
You are 100% sure now.
Okay.
Estoy haciendo la tarea.
How do you spell that?
Which one?
The one that we just did, 11.
Oh, haciendo?
Yeah.
Haciendo. De nada. Right? Now, 12 and 13 are actually identical. Ella está durmiendo. except for number 12, you would just add la siesta or una siesta. The word for nap is siesta, and as I was saying earlier, just think of a sleeping fiesta. So you take the S and it's a siesta, all right? We are reading. Cortland? No? Ashira?
Estamos leyendo.
Muy bien. Estamos leyendo. We are estamos. And of course, remember that when you do the I-E-N-D-O with leer, you do end up with 3 vowels in a row, so the middle I becomes a Y. Okay? She is leaving. Oh, lo siento, gracias. So, Sarah, since you pointed it out, they are watching TV.
I don't have that one, and I don't know.
All right, so what would they are be?
That's what I don't know.
Okay, it would be están. All right. Now, to watch, ¿dónde está la tiza? The verb is mirar. Okay, it's an AR verb. So you drop the AR and you just add ANDO. And then we're kind of like the British. We don't say TV, we say la tele. It's the telly.
Can we say la television?
You can.
That's what I was taught.
But most people would call it la tele. We're watching the telly.
Did you know British people call a porta potty a portaloo?
Yeah.
How could you say that with a straight face?
I mean, how can you say porta potty with a straight face?
Well, I can say porta potty because I used a porta potty before. What the
So,
hell is a
Senorita
porta-
Michelson, read the sentence.
Which one?
The one you're doing.
Nobody's kidding.
And they are watching TV.
Nobody's kidding.
Oh, están mirando?
Uh-huh.
Oh, la tele.
Excelente, muy bien. Perfecto. Okay. She is leaving. What is to leave?
Salir.
Salir. Okay. So, está saliendo. Okay. Number 17, they are ordering. This one's for you, Sierra. Actually, it's up here. Pidiendo.
Oh, you would use that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pedir is either to order or to ask for. So, están pidiendo. Okay. I am closing the door. Ty?
Estoy cerrando la puerta.
Estoy cerrando. Muy bien.
Cerrando.
I wasn't criticizing, I was just repeating. Lo siento.
I feel like un pregunta.
Sí.
Is it normal to feel stupid when you're trying to speak Spanish and trying to have like a Spanish accent to sound more?
I never did, but I felt stupid trying to do it in Vietnamese or German.
Right, because I also take Japanese too, and so I feel very awkward trying to just give myself like, I feel like I'm faking an accent. Is that bad?
No,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
it's wrong.
I always
I don't
feel
know.
like if I'm not doing an accent, I'm not like, you know, actually speaking the language. But if
I
I
know.
try and do an accent, then I feel like a
Embarrassed.
stupid like.
I
little
feel
imitator.
embarrassed.
You shouldn't, as long as you're trying.
Right, a stupid little imitator, like I'm trying to imitate them, which I
Yeah.
am, but I'm not.
No, I know, and then I feel so bad. I'm like, does it?
I
Sound
just
like
want I just want my language to sound normal to them, not like
And you're
American
fine.
accent wise.
You are fine, Ty.
Tengo una pregunta.
Sí.
¿Cómo se dice ordinero in inglés? Because you, oh, it's like, it's a word we talked about, and I don't remember what it means.
Ordenador.
Maybe?
That's just a computer.
I thought
But it's-
Computadora was computer.
Because I read ordering and I was like,
Computadora is computer in Latin America. Ordenador is computer in Spain.
What was the word? She might have been trying
We
to say
take points off if we
ordinero
use computadora.
instead. Is that like a word?
Would you take points off if we use computadora?
That's not a word.
Okay.
No, I actually prefer computadora.
Oh, okay.
I only use ordenador in Spain. And I'm Mexican. All right, I am speaking, Alina. Por favor.
Estoy hablando.
Perfecto. Y Doug, I am drinking coffee.
Yo estoy tomando el café.
Tomando el café. Muy bien. You could also say bebiendo. Bebiendo. All right? Now, I'm going to turn that off. Go to page 136. The last thing. La última cosa.
Siento y
Technically, we have not learned that. So.
Oh my god, you're teaching us that right now. I said this. That's so funny. I didn't even look at that. That's so funny. I said the page number. Siento.
But we haven't learned the
He was gonna teach us. I did.
Okay.
Well, I already learned it.
Well, then you can teach the class.
I will. Can I?
Okay. Now.
I'm going to college to be a teacher.
Wait, I don't know. Well, kindergarten.
She wants to teach Espanol.
You should be in.
All right.
Let me try it out.
So, what is 99?
99.
99. Okay. Now, you then get to 100,
Siento.
which is just 100. Okay. Once you get past 100,
Siento.
now Ty,
Siento. E.
it becomes ciento. All right. And then whatever number. Okay, so hopefully you remember 1 through 9 because that is the ones we are going to be repeating like so much. All right. Ciento uno. Okay. What do you think comes after ciento uno?
Siento y dos.
Ciento dos.
Should we say siento y dos?
It's not grammatically correct.
Really? That's what my Spanish teacher taught me, to say y.
I may have to get the name from you and number and teach them
He just
Spanish.
wants to talk. Todos de maestros de español, excluding usted, no sé hablar español.
Oh, that's sad. Okay. Now, one of the things also that I point out is in English, if you say 101, 102, you're technically saying it wrong in English too.
Just say 101.
Because it's 101, 102.
100 and. Add that.
There's not supposed to be an and
You
there.
gotta slur it.
I don't-
101, 102,
I mean, obviously, like, I don't go around, I mean, sometimes I do when I want to be an asshole and be like, you're saying it wrong. Grammatically, it's supposed to be 100.
I was told that.
Me encanta grammar.
So,
I was told that, like, by my English teacher, that students in MVCC who are in an education major get graded harder on their grammar in every single class.
What?
sometimes.
Exactly.
I also want to be a teacher. And
Okay. Señoritas, los números, por favor. All right, so I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously, but I hope you remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? But I am going to go with, all right?
Ciento días.
Okay. Now, where the E comes in, okay, is, I'm not a math person, between the 10 and the 1 place, okay? So,
Ciento dieciocho. Oh, yeah, I said ocho. Oh my god. Yeah, diez. Wait, ciento diez y siete?
Yes, 7.
I didn't spell it right, but I wanted to point out the E.
Wait, what do you mean you didn't spell it right? You didn't spell
Wait,
what right? It looks right to me. What's
And-
wrong with siete?
It
And
looks like
Espanol
one
uno,
right?
Wait,
Looks like one right way to spell it.
And Espanol
wait,
uno,
how is it
you-
spelled wrong?
You taught us about how it used to be Diez y Siete, and then
Ah.
recently they officially changed it to one word.
Diez y siete, okay.
So couldn't you then say ciento y dos and say you're just being antiquated like that?
The thing is, it was never said that way before, and it was never written that way before.
Fair enough.
Whereas the teens were, okay? I was doing that to illustrate that that's where you say the E.
But when you get to like 21, it's ciento veinte y dos or veinte y uno.
Mhm.
It goes back to the E, right?
Yeah.
Ciento y veinte y uno.
No, it's 121.
Oh, and then treinta y uno? And then I forget the rest after that. I don't even remember.
Trescientos treinta-tres.
I know treinta. Is it quart something? Quarto?
With the 30s, it becomes three separate words. 131. Y dos.
So it goes
Y
for,
tres.
okay, it goes for like the 10s and the 20s and then that's it, okay.
Mhm.
¿Cómo se dice confusing en español?
Confundido.
Confundido. Números son confundidos.
I don't like dates,
We'll get there.
Fechas.
cause I never know where to put my numbers anyways, and I know they're backwards, but I don't even know the right way to put them. My English teacher yelled at me my freshman year because I put Spanish dates on her papers.
De Montier.
I was freaking, I
It
don't
makes so much more sense that way.
day nor year.
Yeah. Like
What's right, is that?
in America and like nowhere else we do month, day, year.
Okay, so this entire time I've been writing day, month, year on all my papers and it's been in
That's
Spanish.
how everyone besides like America does it.
Yeah, I think the US is the
My
only country
teachers
that
must
does
have
that.
been all so confused when I wrote dates on my paper then.
So, I'm not gonna do all of them, obviously. Hopefully you remember some of your numbers, but 131, 142, 175.
I know it's
Okay.
90, 80, 60, and what's 5?
50.
50.
Okay, so yeah, if you forgot your tens, 30, obviously 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60 is 60 with an S, 70 is 70 with a T, 80 for 80, and then 90 for 90. Okay, now,
That's something I do forget a lot.
see, Ashira,
¿Cómo se dice el verbo count en español?
contar.
Contar.
All right. Now, when it comes to the rest of the hundreds, it is a literal translation. All right. What is 2? Dos. And in this case, for 100, we use ciento, but because it's a plural 100, doscientos. Okay, for 200. All right. Now, if you're gonna do all of this stuff again, dos cientos uno, dos cientos dos, dos cientos diez, dos cientos veintiuno. Okay. Once again, it just repeats and repeats. When we get to dos cientos noventa y nueve, 299. Okay, what's 3?
Tres.
What's hundreds?
Cientos.
300, 300. What's 4? Cuatro. And then hundreds? Cientos. Okay?
So
Sí.
you'd say 399?
No,
Or-
399.
So
Only between the 10 and the 1 place. Sí.
Why is there an AS in parentheses after them?
I'll explain that in un momento. All right? Now, 500 is a little weird. All right? It becomes 500. All right? Not 500. I really wish it was 500. But it's 500. But if you think about it, what does 15 mean?
15.
15, so it's still a multiple of 5. All right? The 5s are still in there.
How do you spell that?
QuinieNtos. Now, 6 is normal. 6 cientos. I don't know why, but 7 becomes Latin. 7 cientos instead of siete. All right. Just FYI, 7 is Latin for 7. 8 is normal. 8 cientos. And then 9 becomes Latin again.
900.
9 cientos. All right. If it helps you remember, 90,
Yeah.
sete,
I was gonna
say
setenta.
I'm pretty sure they just took it.
Okay, so, but it ironically just happens to be Latin also.
I know, they made those ones make sense, even though they had to switch it from Spanish to Latin, but yet 500 can't just be
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, lo
So
siento.
they just had to make the one unmatched, even though they changed 2 languages for the other one.
Ahora, to Ty's question. Between 200 and 900, if you ever use that to quantify something,
What does that mean?
you're giving a quantity of something.
Okay, dollars.
See? So, if it's a masculine thing, 200 dólares. If it's a feminine thing, 200, I will go with sillas.
What's the
Chairs. I need 200 chairs in the auditorium. Necesito 200 sillas. I need 200 books for the class. 200 libros. All right? So if you're giving a specific quantity of something, in the hundreds, not the 100s, but 2 to 9, then if it's feminine, you change it to AS. All right? 999. What's 900? 99?
99.
999. What comes after that in English? 1,000. All right, so here's where it gets a little weird. Well, it's already gotten weird. Donde está mi tiza? I keep losing my tiza. Okay. For 1,000 in Espanol, it is just mil, M-I-L. Not uno mil, not un mil, not una mil, just M-I-L.
This one's
Mil.
clearly Latin.
Okay, yeah. All right. For any other 1,000, just think of it in English. What is 2? What's 1,000?
Mil.
3,000, 4,000, and here's where we stick to Spanish. 5,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. What's 10? 10,000. You've got $10,000. All right. 10,000.
año es 2032. Oh,
In 10 years, yeah.
22.
Sí, 22. Dos mil.
30 on the mind, I can't.
Okay. 100,000. Because it's 100, whoever is yawning it, 100, and then mil. Okay.
Could you do like 400 mil?
See, 400,000.
You would say 400.
Uh-huh. Think it in English, but say it in Spanish. You will say it slowly, but you will say it correctly. 4, 400, cientos, 1,000, mil.
Yo hablo muy despacio.
Okay.
todos.
You're like, I speak slowly in English anyways.
Sí.
But if someone's like 423,961, okay? 400, 400, 23, 23,000, mil, 900, 960, 60, and 1. Y uno. Seriously, it's just like think it in English, but say it in Spanish. And even if it comes out slow, it's correct. All right, once you start getting into these big numbers. And sometimes students are surprised that, oh my God, I actually said that. Yeah, even if it comes out slowly, 4, 400, ciento. Okay, yeah, it all works. Okay. At some point we get to 999,999.
Can I attempt it?
See?
Okay. Cientos, 99,999.
Perfecto.
Tongue twister.
Okay.
That was something.
As un would there, I don't know how to say this in Spanish. Would you say E in between the 2 and the 3, or just the 6 and the 1?
Just
Both.
both, yes.
Both?
Because it's,
they're
if you look
both
at it in
like-
multiples of 3.
So where the comma, you separate them and you look at the 10.
The comma's basically the mil.
Okay.
423,000.
Would it be 23?
I mean, you can,
That's what I
but
said.
it's not
I said-
supposed to be.
But
I mean, people would understand why you're doing it that way.
So I would say 999.
No, y nueve.
Y nueve. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, y nueve.
Okay, so C.
If that's like, yes, okay. So it's in both spots where I said it.
Was there another question? I thought I saw it.
Yeah.
Sarah?
How do you say 90?
90.
Oh, okay.
90. 1 million. Now, for this, we don't say uno, we say un. And there's an accent mark on the O. Un millón.
I feel like that spices up the
Okay.
word.
It does.
And the double L's?
Yeah, it's a
The
yeah.
word looks rich.
Yes.
Wait, isn't million in English spelled with 2 L's?
I don't know.
La palabra es rico.
I've never had that much of anything.
Es
Okay. What is 2?
Dos.
Dos. Once again, we go back to the thought of a plural million. Dos millones. Okay? But it loses the accent. Alright? 3 million?
3 millones.
Okay?
Yeah.
10 million?
10 millones.
Alright.
I can't pronounce it very well. so I'm not-
900 millones.
900 million.
Quiero.
I think that's what the Powerball is up. No. Yeah. Okay. Now, a couple of things, and actually I should have just pointed you here, Ty. Number one, the Y never occurs directly after the number ciento. Can you take a picture and send it to your old teacher, please? Gracias. All right. In this case, and then number two, it goes into the fact that you have to agree in gender and number when you're giving a quantity. Okay. The word meal, 1,000 or 1,000. Okay, it's just meal, you don't need the number, and then it goes into the million, how you drop the accent. Okay, now,
I hate years. I hate years? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Say a year.
let me get to number 6, because that's the fun one for people. All right. When it comes to numbers,
I hate numbers.
periods or commas, commas or periods.
What?
That is not 1 to 3 decimal places. That is 1,000. In most places outside of the U.S., whereas we would put 1 comma 000 for 1,000, in other countries it's 1 period 000 for 1,000. Okay. Okay, un momento. If you're talking about how sales tax is 8.75%, here you would see 8.75%. In other countries, it's 8.75%. Okay. Ahora, Ashira.
Numerals, I'll say yo estrada.
Lo siento.
Y también, ¿cuál un way to tell the commas y periods apart besides contexto? Like, cause like what if they meant, without the percent, what if, sometimes I see like the date or something written and it's like 8.75 and I'm like, or 8, oh, I guess it would be, maybe I'm just stupid, because that's actually something that's confounded me my entire life.
Okay.
Yeah, what if it, like someone wrote 2.123, is that 1,123, or is it
No,
2
it's like, it's 2.123, it's 2 with 3 decimal places after it.
But why? But sometimes, what if they meant 2 point whatever, or they meant 2,000? Like how do you?
Then they would put a period. In other countries, they're just used to that.
They just flip flop.
Yeah.
Oh, but sometimes in like British English they do that.
Yeah. Yeah, in other countries, it's just normal.
Wait, so everywhere else is flipped?
Yeah.
Okay.
Americans are the weird ones.
Muchas gracias, because this is like actually confused me. Totally.
No, Americans are the weird ones on that one
Vivo?
too.
Vivo?
We do it opposite to what the
We have a lot of
rest
our
of the
own
world.
things.
Okay.
See.
Now, Ty's favorite. When it comes to the years, okay. Now, I'm assuming that most of you were born after 2000, maybe. Corbin's already, sorry, Santos. Yeah, I've been teaching long enough to where this has slowly changed. So, I get to use my year, all right? You already know I'm old. I was born in 1972. Long time ago. All right? In English, you cannot say 1972. You literally have to say 1972. In other languages that are not English, here's where you can go to Britain and Canada and be safe. But in other languages, I remember having to learn this in German, you have to say the whole number. So, mil. What's 900? 900. Whoever said 70, muy bien. Y dos. Okay, so someone asked, hey Santos, what year were you born in? 1972.
Pain in the butt.
And in Noviembre, I will be 50. Okay?
What?
Feliz
Really?
cumpleaños.
It's not for another 2 months.
Oh, 50. Oh, you're younger.
I don't know how to say early.
Thank you.
Must be.
And
You don't
Madre, mis
look-
padres.
You don't look
Mi
old.
madre estuve 1900 siestos y ocho.
Oh, 68. Okay. Now, once again, I am assuming that most of you, Cortland was already giving me the look. All right. I'm assuming that most of you were born after 2000 or not. Are you old, Sarah? Oh my gosh.
2000 for both of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then you are easy. What is 2?
Dos.
What is 1,000?
Mil.
So, Sarah E. Sierra, there is your birth year, 2000. Okay, everyone that came after that, you just add whatever number.
2003.
Sí, 2004.
Dos mil cinco.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're a baby. That's when my sister was born.
I'm 17.
Oh, that's right, my son was born in
I graduated.
2005.
I skipped a year of high school.
I was like, that's the year my son was born. Oh my God. You are literally a baby. I still call him a baby.
I am not
So-
a baby.
I still call my sister a
I
If my son's a baby, you're a baby.
I still did all the work. I just doubled.
Anyone
it
else
in all
here
one year.
in the 19s?
Wait, what?
Like,
19.
you're what, 98?
I'm 19 because I was born. in
98?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait, hang on. Who's what?
Portland's 98. Well, not age.
You look good for 98, Cortland. Yeah. No, I meant the 1900s. You've seen the meme, right? Where someone's like, oh yeah, I know you can drink. And they're like, what? I just saw the 19. And it's just like,
No, that happens all the time, actually.
it happens to you now?
It's 19.
It's 19. I know you're old enough to drink.
Yeah.
Mine, they're just like, oh yeah, you're gray. I know you're older.
My siblings were born in 98 and 95. Nope, 92 and 95.
Okay, so.
You know, I used to work in a grocery store and I'm underage, but so I couldn't sell the alcohol, but I used to have to call my manager over. But I would still, my job was to ask everybody for their ID, regardless of what they looked like. I had to ask them for their ID because that's my job.
See,
And I had like this older woman come in, and obviously she was of drinking age because she was gray and wrinkly. But like, I still had to ask her for her ID, and she straight up cussed me out in the middle of Price Chopper because I asked her for her ID so she could buy alcohol, and she threw a package of raw beef at my face. I got slapped in the face with a steak.
So, para terminar, por favor, if you could look at page 144 and 145. Lo siento, 144 y